team feeling after a couple games of elevation last week?
I think the guys are feeling pretty good, right? We're not happy about giving that one away Saturday. It is credit to Air Force. They played well. They played better, but we had the game won, right? It was in our back pocket, and we gave it away, and now we got to get one back.
Coach, after the game team coming in here for 2 games set, how do you approach Michigan?
You have to defend. You have to be, make a conscious effort to play the game the right way against such a talented team, and try your best to make it hard on them, right? And give them a little adversity to face. And they're really good. They're very talented. They're very deep. And if we don't play the right way, we won't have success.
Michigan struggled a lot with turnovers, especially in the you guys are going to try to attack them.
Well, again, you got to play hard. Like Mankato did a really good job playing them hard, and they made a conscious effort to play the right way, and they almost got out of there with 2 wins. And that's what we have to do. We have to make life hard on them, and again, just really make an effort on the defensive side of the puck, do everything the right way, and make it hard on a very talented deep team, and that's the plan.
Coach, special teams is always important, especially against Michigan. After last week, you had a good game with special teams and kind of power from game 2. Where do you see your focus need to be for special teams?
Well, we had 2 opportunities on Saturday on the power play, and we took 2 penalties on it, right? So we never really got a chance to get set up and get going. And then the kill, again, was really good. They scored a 4-on-3 goal on a questionable call. And our guys made a couple wrong reads on it, but 4-on-3 is tough to defend. So the kill was 9 for 9 before that, so there was no issues with the kill. The power play was 2 for 5 on the weekend. It was pretty damn good. So you don't go 2 for 5 and 9 for 9. You're going to take that all day. I don't see any issues with our special teams or any reason to make any adjustments. Say it again.
What are some positives from game 1 against Air Force?
Well, it's hard to beat anybody 8-1, right? And especially in altitude on the road against a really tough team to play. Air Force is good. They're big. They're old. They defend very well. They're hard to play against. And I think that the positive out of that game is we certainly have a lot of upside, right? And a lot of skill. We just got to make sure that the will stays consistent, right? We're always going to have skill, and that's the message. Look, we've had a really talented team here in our first year at Mullet who beat really good programs and all in 1 year. We beat Minnesota, we beat North Dakota, we beat Boston College, and we ended up 3 games under 500, right? Because the will was like this, right? So the will has got to be like this. And if we find a way to get this team to really buy into that, and I think they will and they want to, we're going to have a lot of success this year. And we looked really good in a lot of phases for our first weekend. This past weekend, and we got 3 complete studs out of the lineup right now. So when we get those guys back, we're going to be very, very, very good. I think it was great. It was a big monkey off his back to get such a nice goal early. And I just think that despite even scoring and getting a nice assist on Saturday, overall his detail and his habits were really good, especially for a freshman. He showed us a lot. He was good on face-off Saturday night. He was responsible defensively. He made a couple puck management mistakes, but we're going to let him play through those. We got to let him play. We got to take the reins off him and let him do his thing. But it's just about learning how to manage games at this level and when to live the fight another day. And he did some great things for us last week.
First home game here as kind of that main team in Arizona or Phoenix. What are you expecting the atmosphere to be like?
It should be a great atmosphere. We're hoping that all the kids skip school or get out early, and we're hoping that everybody stops working. Nobody works in Arizona on Fridays anyway, so they don't need to go to class the Friday. They can skip class. They have my permission. This is more important. And even the students at ASU, you have my permission to skip class. Right? You don't need to go to class. Don't show this to Dr. Crow. But they put us at 3:30, and listen. Football feeds us here, right? So football is paramount. It has to be paramount. I get that. Nobody's a bigger ASU or Kenny fan than me. We need 5,000 people in here at 3:30 to see Gus Farwell sing the national anthem on Friday, and then all 5,000 got to walk 100 feet and fill Mountain America and put 55,000 in for a really, really big game for our football program. That if we win, we're probably going to be ranked, and that's a tremendous success story in just that second year with what that staff had to take over. So It's going to be a great day for Sun Devil Athletics on Friday.
How do you kind of look at things? Obviously, I know you want it to be a great atmosphere, but how do you kind of maybe calm your team down so they don't take the atmosphere too much and kind of make some mistakes early?
I don't want to calm them down. I want them to be shot out of a cannon and punch them right in their mouth. That's the goal. That's how you got to start games, and we started both games that way this weekend, and we want to continue to do that.
You mentioned getting them to buy into a consistent will. How do you get them to buy into something like that?
It's just a conscious decision, right? There's some mistakes that we made on Saturday that I thought were in our. Look, the way we coach is we let guys make mistakes. We let them play through, but they got to be hard mistakes. They can't be a conscious decision of soft puck touches because you don't want contact after you get rid of it. It can't be, a conscious decision that's not a hard decision. If you make a mistake, you make a physical mistake. That's the game, right? Everybody makes mistakes, and you got to let kids play through. That's what developing and coaching is. But you make a conscious decision to make a soft mistake, we got to continue to weed those out so they happen less and less, especially when we get into conference play. Yeah, Smoley's he's what we already know he is. Like, he's just the jack of all trades. He plays up and down the lineup. He can kill. He's got offensive hard skill. The hard skill is really, it's hard to find, right? And we want that's kind of like the perfect player, right? Somebody that has the skill and the will at all times. That's what hard skill is, and that's what Kyle Smolin is. He's got hard skill. He wins face-offs. He beats pucks. He goes to the net. He pays the price in every facet of the game, and that's why he's probably going to be a captain next year, if not the captain.
Going back to Cullen Potter, you mentioned before the season started that you wanted to insulate him with experience. Kind of take me through how you guys landed on putting him on the line with Schimek and Kerwin, and what are your thoughts on how they played this weekend?
Two veteran guys. I think they offset each other really well. Potsy is a guy that can fly up and down the ice and create space that way, and he's really smart with the plays he makes when he has the puck. And Kerwin, he could have had 3 goals easily, 3 or 4. And he got a huge one for us. And the kid can skate. He did a lot of really good things. He won more puck battles than anybody on our team this weekend. And that was one thing I really liked about our game is we were almost 60-40 for the weekend on puck battles. And he won more than any. So he was playing hard. Made a couple mistakes defensively, learning how we want to play. But overall, I was really happy with him. And then obviously Schimek speaks for itself. He's a really good, quiet leader. Tons of experience, maybe the most cerebral 200-foot guy we have right now. And it's just a line that fit really well. Hopefully they can keep building on what they started.
During his time here, how did you see him grow as a player and just a person?
He just matured so much as an individual, right? And people want to make a lot of Timmy not being here and him leaving in the transfer portal. The backstory is really this simple. He didn't know what he was going to do, right? He didn't know what he was going to do by the time our season ended, if he was going to go pro, if he wanted to play college, and I needed to go get a player that a left shot D that could help fill that role and not wait half the summer to on his decision. And we're really close. I'm very close to his family. My daughter plays at his dad's academy for his dad. She's flying out from Boston with his parents. And Timmy will always be a Sun Devil to me. He was a great Sun Devil. He's an awesome kid. And I'll be cheering harder for Timmy all season, minus 2 games.
So you saw him really mature?
Yeah, he came in as a child, and he left as a man. I think he was a true freshman at BC, right? He didn't really play junior hockey, and he cut his teeth there, then he cut his teeth here, did some really good things, and then left as probably the most dynamic kid that's ever put on our jersey. And when he pulls his first spinorama and the crowd oohs and ahs, I'm gonna be like, but he's a great kid, he's a great player, and again, we're all pulling for Timmy, with the exception of this weekend.
You had 7 defensemen the rest of this weekend, and you're kind of talking about just the youth of that decor and how deep it is. What did you see?
I thought overall the decor was really good. I thought the freshmen, a few of them made some freshman mistakes, but nothing egregious, and they're just going to continue to get better and better. They're going to continue to play more and more. They're big pieces of this team. They're huge pieces of next year's team and beyond. So we've got to let them go out and just play, and cut their teeth. They're going to do some really good things as we continue to go.
Coach, speaking of defense, how big an impact did
Yeah, he's so good. Like he's big. He can make plays. He's got a good stick. He's a great teammate. He's another one of those kids kind of cut from the Tyler Gratton, Brian Chambers, Brandon Tabak, and cloth. Where like I'm really already chapped that I only get him for a year. I wish he was here for 4 or 5 years because he's just an awesome kid and makes our program better in every way.
Coach, we're about Sam Court, offensively, you know how great he is, but how is he kind of learning his way defensively?
He's a heady kid. He's a heady kid. He's a hockey player, right? Like you don't really watch Sammy play and his skating's good, but it's not great, right? He doesn't really pop off the sheet to you to the blind eye, but he's got so much substance to his game. He's just a hockey player. When the lights are on and the puck's dropped and it's game time, he just finds a way to make an impact, and that's why he's been successful up to this point, and why he's going to be really successful as long as he's here for the next 4 years.
Coach, do you see kind of similar things being on this weekend as you ran last week?
Yeah, I don't know. You might see some changes. We'll see. The practice is still, it's got to matter, right? Guys have to perform in practice. We only have 13 healthy forwards, so I don't think you're going to see too much of a shakeup until we get some of those guys back. But the D, we have 8 good D that can play. I mean, Tucker didn't get in this weekend, and he had a good day today, and he's a kid that we know can get the job done. So it's crowded on the back end right now. It's not too crowded on the front, so probably not like an over-sweeping change.
Seemed like last weekend you guys had a pretty good day in the face-off circle. What you kind of see there, and how important do you think that is?
Let's just compete, and our centers did a much better job the second night than the first night. Air Force is perennially one of the top face-off teams in the country. They really pay attention to detail in face-offs. Face-offs are more than just the center's responsibility. And what we need to be a lot better at is being on our toes and coming in and helping. We won some draws, especially the 4-on-3 in overtime that we got scored on. We won that face-off, and their wingers beat our D to the puck. So we got to get bumps. We got to compete off the puck on face-offs to get possession and do what we need to do. We're good when we have the puck. The possession game this weekend, we literally dominated. I mean, I think both nights we had 5 to 6 minutes more of ozone possession time. So the possession game is really good.
Coach, Josh won opening day of Oster. This came through here. What does that speak for you guys in the program?
Well, I think we're obviously very proud of Josh and proud that he wore our jersey and was a captain here. I think most importantly, it speaks volumes to him. He's the one that did it, not us. He's a prime example of we give guys the tools, we give them the platform to be successful, and it's on them what they do with them. And Josh did everything he could with them and more. And we can be more excited for him and more proud of him. And he just needs that opportunity, and he'll never look back. If he gets the opportunity, he'll just find a way to when decisions need to be made and hard decisions need to be made. He can't take them out. He just can't. He'll perform. I have no doubt about it. I predicted he'd score in his first game, and he scored 2, and he'll probably score tonight. You watch.
I just want to get your opinion on the potential of opening up the Big
Yeah, obviously I'm all for it. I've said it publicly. I think it makes college hockey deeper. I think it makes college hockey better. I think it helps smaller programs, especially who struggle with the portal, losing good players in the portal right now, and struggle with keeping up with the NIL arms race and all those things, to go into deep leagues that are very talented and open up a player pool. I think it's going to bring the basement of college hockey up, and I think that's a good thing. We want to be competitive, and obviously right now we still have too many good players than there are stalls. This is really going to create even more of an issue from there. Hopefully it leads to growth. We want it to lead to growth. We need more those schools to add hockey. It's working here in a major way. Our revenues exceed our expenses. That's hard to do in college sports in today's landscape. And if we can do it, why can't Washington do it? Why can't Oregon do it? Why can't Utah do it? Why can't Colorado do it? Why can't Texas do it? They can do it. They can do it. You want to add a revenue sport? Add hockey.
No, how big of a weekend this was?
It was big. I had a tough season last year, so just regaining confidence. I think the coaches did a good job of sort of letting me play free, and the system also helps a lot. So I was excited to start pretty well there.
Well, congratulations on your first goal. How big is that moment for you to get that out of the way?
I think it's huge. Just working all this way to get here to this moment. It's a big deal for me, my family, all my friends that watch me play, and also just big for the team too. Because I mean, we won the first game, so it's great.
Noah and Benny, you guys both honored for NCHC Offense and Defense Player of the Week. What did that mean to you guys?
Yeah, it's obviously a very nice honor. I think we obviously wanted to win, and it was nice to contribute, but it's just the start, and hopefully we can continue that into this upcoming weekend as well.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, it was a big honor, and I think it more speaks to like the volumes of the team. I mean, we definitely could have done it with our teammates putting us in good positions, as well as the coaching staff.
Got a big weekend for you. What is it that just made it fit in so easily? Just in that weekend so far?
Yeah, I mean, I just think, my teammates put me in good positions. I mean, we're two really skilled guys that, make it pretty easy and put me in good positions to, put some points out.
And for you, one of the youngest players in college hockey, how was it getting the news that you were on the line with Bennett on the rival? What did they kind of done for you to kind of move yourself into the college hockey scene?
It's great just because, I mean, they played obviously before, so I learned a lot from them. I mean, they're great in the corner, so, I mean, as a young kid coming into college hockey, bigger, stronger guys, they've taught me a lot of things, so it's just really helpful, and I'm really thankful for them.
Cullen, have there been any like growing pains like coming in so young, and just how have you adapted to being on the college scene so young?
Honestly, it hasn't been too difficult for me, but that, like I said, with these guys, they make it easy for me. Just moving pucks, playing the game fast and smart, not putting me in bad situations where I can get hurt or just putting me in bad positions. They do a good job of not doing that to me.
And then your guys' line pretty productive over the weekend in the first game too. What is it that you think allows it to just click and perform so well?
I think we all play a similar game style. We're all offensive players, but we know what we're doing in the defensive zone. We're all skilled and we all see the ice really well, so I think it's easy to read off of each other.
Michigan coming in, what's been kind of talk in the locker room and at practice?
I think right now we kind of just focused on where we went wrong past weekend in that second game, and working on building off of that, and we're going to start obviously today and tomorrow getting into more Michigan stuff and putting our focus on them and putting that last weekend in the past.
Last weekend playing at Elevation, 2 games. How did the bodies feel after?
I feel fine. It was a little different, but not too noticeable of a difference. I mean, we hadn't played a game at home, so that was kind of our first taste. So maybe this weekend will feel a lot better, but it wasn't too big of a difference.
Oh, you let the team face offs in both games. Has being good and bad always been part of your game? How was kind of let that into your practice offs and training?
I mean, just through the years, I've been practicing it more and more. I mean, if you start with the puck in a game, I mean, more chance you're going to score, get points, just help the team to win, contribute. So just working on that is a big part of my game. So, continue to get better at it and help the team win.
Cullen, for you, with how crazy this offseason has been in the summer moving in, how has it been, and who has kind of been the people that kind of get you comfortable here in Tempe and make you feel on here?
I mean, obviously, Coach Powers is always supportive, so him. But I think one of the biggest people for me might be Leanne, our strength coach, because I've been with her since all summer, pretty much training at 5 a.m., putting the work in. So she's been amazing. So I think she's really helped to just get used to it here and getting a routine of working out and skating and everything. So.
Are they trying to get you more muscular or bigger? Is that something that you're working on?
Yeah, I did a big chunk of that this summer, just trying to get bigger, stronger, faster. Obviously playing against guys, 6'3", 6'4", 220 pounds. I mean, it's hard for me, but I mean, my game's speed, so I don't try to worry about that too much. But I mean, more muscle and speed and strength I can put on, it just helps my game even more.
How excited are you guys for the first home game, especially with a really good team from there?
Yeah, I think we're all super excited. I mean, energy in the locker room is super high, especially with a team like Michigan coming in here. We're all excited to play in front of our own fans, and that just adds on another level of excitement.
Yeah, obviously none of us have played in this building, and couldn't be more excited. Family's coming in as well, family weekend, and just ready to go take on Michigan.
Like last year,
You'll always
Sorry.
see it on the other flip side.
Yeah.
So is there a team?
Different bench this time.